There's two classes of bikes when it comes to affordable bikes. There's the affordable and crappy and the affordable and nice. The Nakto Folding OX is leaning towards the affordable and nice side. Now these guys have almost 20 models and their most expensive model is less than $1,300. So if you're looking for an affordable and nice bike, I'd definitely check these guys out. But talk is cheap, so let me dive into the testing and show you what this can do. I couldn't find a speed rating for the OX, but there are 5 pedal assist levels, so let me show you how fast each level goes.
1 is 11, 2 is 13, 3 is 14, 4 is 16, and 5 is 24.
So 24 miles per hour is what you can get when just casually pedaling. If you pick up the pace, you can go a little bit faster.
There's 26, 25, 26, so get 1 to 1.5 faster.
Now it is hard to maintain that speed. You're gonna get wore out pretty quick, and you do have to pedal a lot faster to actually feel any resistance. This is the type of bike where you just keep the pedals turning and it does 100% of the work. Now you got a thumb throttle on the right side, kind of a cheaper feeling throttle, but let me show you how fast that goes.
I've got it set to pedal assist 5, so we got full power. And that too tops out at 24 miles an hour.
The acceleration with the OX is actually a lot better than I thought it was going to be.
All right, pedal assist 5 on the first gear. Here we go. There's 3/4 of revolution before the power comes on, and that is actually pretty fast.
So not that bad for pedal assist. How about throttle?
Not the most populous right off the line, but power's starting to build. There's 12. Pedal assist is faster. That's not that bad. There's 20 miles an hour.
Now how about motor reaction time?
Then on the 6th gear, if I stop pedaling, it's about a second before the power shuts off. If I re-engage, there's 1, 2, just over 2 revolutions before the power comes back on. And then with the throttle, there is a lot of play. I can move it an inch before the power comes on. When cruising around 17 miles an hour, if I release it, cuts right off. If I re-engage, about a second before the power comes back on.
With a frame of only 66 pounds, a 500 watt motor in the rear wheel, and a torque rating of 52 Newton meters, I'm thinking it should easily tackle this 8% grade.
Starts to climb right away. This is a 7 to 8% grade. Got a full charge on the bike. I'm in speed mode 5 on the highest gear. Just casually pedaling, bike's doing pretty much all the work. This has got some great power for the price. I am very impressed. Down to 12, down to 11, coming up over the top.
11 miles per hour was as slow as I got, and that's pretty impressive for a 190-pound rider. As far as brakes, you have dual disc.
The left side controls the front brake, right side the rear. You do have motor cutoff, so I got the throttle going, I got power, hit the brake lever, shuts the power off, release, power comes right back on. And then top of the bike out, 23 miles an hour, here we go, hard brake. You got most of the weight in the rear of the bike, and so it does stop you quick.
This is where I respect Nakto, because most brands have this crazy range rating, 80 miles, 90 miles, 100 miles, and I get like 20 or 25. Nakto has a range rating of 22 miles. So that wraps up the range test. My average speed was 23 miles per hour, and most of that was done using just straight throttle. Anyway, my app recorded 20.7 miles with 728 feet of elevation gain. That's actually a good distance when going 23 miles per hour. I'm more than happy with that. Well, first off, this comes in either black and white. It can carry a rider up to 250 pounds. And then of course it is foldable. After all, the name is the Folding OX or the Folding OX. But the first thing that folds down is the saddle. There's a lever. The pedals fold in, and then the frame. It's a little awkward to fold. You can remove the battery. There's a key over here, so you just unlock it. And that slides out. Got a carrying handle. Then you got a rack in the rear, a fender. There's also a fender for the front tire, but I didn't put it on. Now this does give you a funky posture. It's a short and tall bike, and top of my head, I mean, I'm up here in the clouds, but it does give you a nice sightseeing posture. Handlebars are high enough to where I don't have to, lean over to grab them. And you would think with the higher center of gravity that your balance would be off, but that's not the case.
Let's see if I can ride this without any hands. Oh, look at that. It's beautiful. If I stop pedaling, power cuts off. Oh, a little jerky. If I re-engage, there we go. For this style of bike, that's got just awesome balance.
The handlebars are kind of funky looking. They're BMX style, but they're back swept. And I'm not a fan of how they attach to the bike. You really have to crank those screws down so the handlebars don't move on you. But they are wide at over 25 inches, so you have a nice wide grip.
I don't feel totally comfortable taking these sharp corners very fast. You're just sitting up so high, so handling is, this is not really a bike that you would want to rally around. This is sitting upright, enjoying the scene, taking in the views.
You got some nice grips. They're wing-tipped, they feel nice, they're stationary. And then on the right side, you have a Shimano SIS Index, and that is matched with a tourney derailleur.
On the right side is the shifter. One push from 6 to 1, coming back up. Everything locks in nice and tight and good.
The saddle on this is, that's just spankable. No, it's huge, it's wide, it's nicely colored, it's very well padded. There's shocks underneath. This whole folding design is pretty cool, so I do like the saddle. And then moving down, you got 20 by 4 inch Kenda tires. Yeah, it's kind of a cool design. It has this orange in the rim.
Some of the louder tires I've seen, good for off-road, not so much for trail riding.
And then you got some nice front fork suspension.
It's actually a pretty comfortable ride. It's hitting this bump right here over the bridge. Woo! Yeah, you got this incredibly soft saddle, nice cushy front fork suspension. Here's a bump in the road, hit this. Oh man, you will not be disappointed with how comfortable this rides.
On the left side is the LCD screen, very cheap feeling. Power button on the left, up and down for the pedal assist levels. If you press that power button, it does scroll through the different readouts. If you hold down that bottom arrow, that's your walk assist mode. So no tail light on this, all you have is just that headlights, and it's fairly bright. The Folding OX is water resistant, has a 1-year warranty, and free shipping in the lower 48. Overall, I'm actually very impressed with how well it held up. It feels good, it rides smooth, a decent range. There's a lot of good stuff that you get for your money. So anyway, that wraps up the review. I appreciate you guys hopping on here, taking the time to check out my content, and have a good day.